Good morning and welcome to Capitan Morning's video. Today's video will be my review of the new Sisters Battle Codex. Before we get into the main video, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share the, and hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button to stay up to date with all my content. Drop a comment because I love interacting with you guys. Without further ado, and me knocking everything everywhere, let's get into the codex review. I will say that I don't play Sisters, and this is just my opinion, I won't strip this bare, but I will say what I like, what I don't like, and how I see these going. Right, first up is the Order of our Martyred Lady. In any phase which a unit dies, you gain 1 miracle dice for that unit dying. It's on top of the character ones. Not bad, especially if you're taking the secondary leap of faith. Could get some mileage out of that, and each time an attack is made by a model with this conviction, add 1, and it's below its starting strength, add 1 to attack sit roll. Quite nice to get that out. I like it. Not bad. Order of a Valorous Heart, Stoic Endurance, 5+ fulfill no pain for mortal wounds. A reduction in armor penetration if it's armor penetration of 1 or 2. I don't think you'll see it much, but it's still not bad. Order of a Bloody Rose, +1 to attack if it's charged, has charged, or a heroic intervention is performed. And each time a model with this conviction makes a melee attack, if it made a charge, was charged, or performed a heroic intervention, the AP improves by 1. I still think this is probably the go-to one, and I think you'll probably see a lot of people still use this order. Right, onto the Order of the Ebon Chalice. You get to choose 2 sacred rites, and you can discard a miracle dice and make it the next one you use as a 6 regardless. Quite good, quite strong. Could you see some a bit of play in that one, but I prefer the one that's coming up. These next 2, I believe, will probably see some play, and I will discuss why in a second. Order of the Argent Shroud. Each time a unit with this conviction makes a normal move or advances in your movement phase until the end of your shooting phase, its counters that remaining stationary. Each time a unit with this conviction is selected to shoot or fight, you can reroll 1 hit, 1 wound when resolving an attack. Really strong. Really useful. Making the retributors a bit more useful, and I think it'll see some gameplay, especially with their strat, which is a 4+ on the mortal wound. on the 4+, it's not lost. That's quite strong. I like it. But the one I really like is coming up, and we'll go into show it and why in a second. Yeah, the Order of Saint Pedro's Devout Serenity. Each time a combat attrition test taken for a unit with the conviction, it's automatically passed. Strong. And each time you use a miracle dice, when a model or unit with this conviction performs an act of faith for 1d6, on a 4+ you gain a miracle dice. Quite strong, especially gaining miracle dice back, and will help with the leap of faith secondary in the book. I like it. And now you've got the strat is an unmodified hit roll, 6 scores 1 additional hit. So very strong. I think you're combining that with their blessed bolts for Dominion squads, you're looking really good. Potential out of that. Next up is the Minorous Convictions. Right, so the two Minorous that I like are Righteous Suffering, which is like a Space Marines one where this one, each time attack is made against a unit with this conviction, an unmodified reroll of 1 to 2 always fails, so you're always wounded on 3s now. Against a strength 6, that's useful. Irrespective of any abilities that weapon or model making the attack have. And the second one is Unshakable Vengeance. Each time a model with this conviction makes an attack roll with a bolt weapon, you can ignore any or all hit roll and ballistic skill modifiers. So I like them combined. Quite strong if you're not going with a normal order. Next up will be strats. Loads of strats, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages worth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32 strats. All probably have uses. I like Devastating Refrain, like Blessed Bolts, Defenders of Faith, Angelic Ascent, Deadly Ascent. Violet Shield Wall, that's good. Cleansed by Fire, Extremis, Trigger Word. It all depends what you're looking at, using and doing with your list, but you would build around them. And as I said, there's plenty here that I like the look of. But I would really want to double down on the Blessings of the Faithful, which we'll get into. Yeah, Blessings of the Faithful, I like these. It's an upgrade for a Canoness or a Paladin. You get an automatic aura, and then you get one use of miraculous ability. And the range is dependent on the value of the miracle dice you discard. The 3 here I like is Word of the Emperor, and that's an extra 40 points. The Emperor's Grace, which is 20 points, and Blinding Radiance, which is 30 points. And they're the ones that stand out to me. I'll go through them in a sec. Yeah, the Word of the Emperor auto ability, or is at the start of a fight phase you can select one enemy unit within 3 inches of this model. That unit is not eligible to fight this phase until after all eligible units from the army have done so. And the miraculous ability, while an enemy unit is within miracle range of this model, each time a model in that a friendly order call or order character unit makes a melee attack against that enemy unit, involved saves can't be taken against it. Like it, a strong one there. But we get onto the Emperor's Grace in a sec. Yeah, the Emperor's Grace affects your the start of each of your command phases. This model is healed and regains D3 lost wounds. Each model can only be healed once per turn like this, so it's quite strong. The miraculous ability is, while a character or core unit is within miracle range of this model, each time an attack is made against that unit, your opponent cannot re-roll the hit roll, wound roll, or the damage roll against it. Very strong. I like it. I can see some use in that. We'll go on to Blinding Radiance in a minute. Each time a ranged attack is made against this model, subtract 1 from that attack's wound roll. Miraculous ability, while a friendly core or character unit is within miracle range of this model, each time a ranged attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from the attack's hit roll. Again, quite strong, and I see those 3 being the most. We'll go on to the Warlord traits next. The normal Warlord traits, I won't go through the ones with the associated orders. These are the other ones. Beacon of Faith. Start of a command phase, you gain a miracle dice. It can only be used by the Warlord when performing an act of faith or a miraculous ability. If not used, it's discarded by the next command phase, and can be used even if another act of faith has already been performed. Second one I like is Indomitable Belief. While a friendly core unit, infantry unit, is within 6 of this Warlord, the involved save from that Shield of Faith ability is improved by 1 to a maximum of 4+. Notice will stack with other things. Quite nice. I'll go on to the last one in a sec. Pure Will. The Warlord can attempt to deny 1 additional psychic power in your opponent's psychic phase, as just described in the Shield of Faith ability. Add 3 to the deny witch test taken for this Warlord. Really strong, especially against psycho armies. You're hit. So you're denying on 3+ twice. That's pretty strong. Shutting down important psychic abilities. I like. All priests know hymns of battle. War hymn is their thing, and then you've got some for Ministerium and some for Adeptus, armies. I like Refrain of Blazing Piety and Litany of Enduring Faith. I like both of them. But Warhammer will probably be the go-to one every time. Of the relics, I like Iron Surplus of Sancta Stella. Wound characteristic gets improved by 1. Each time an attack is made against a bearer, an unmodified wound roll of 1 to 3 for attack fails, and the bearer has a save characteristic of 2+. Really good. Not much more you can say about that. Chapter of Sacrifice. Once per battle, if a bearer is selected to use an epic deed stratagem excluding divine intervention, that stratagem costs 0 command points. Each time the bearer makes an attack, you can reroll 1 with a hit roll. When the bearer is destroyed, do not remove that model from play. At the end of the phase, it can either shoot as if it was a shooting phase, fight as a fight phase, then removed after all attacks been resolved. Triptych of the Mercarian crusade. Increase the toughness of model by 1. Bearer's 4+ invul save, and once per turn, the 5th time a saving throw is failed for the bearer, the damage characteristic of that attack is changed to 0. The VMI ones I really like. Oh, and Mentor of Ophelia as well. I like that. Well, up to the chapter approvals, the one here that stands out is No Mercy, No Respite. Score 1 point if 2 acts of faith were performed by an Adeptus sororitas unit from your army. If it was your turn, if it was your opponent's turn, you score 2. And if you do 3, score 3 victory points. If 3 or more were, if 3 or more were done, you score an additional victory point. That doesn't affect the cherub dice. Well, the purge the enemy is situational, but I can see some, if you built a list around it, might get some play on it, but it's one of the weakest ones there. Defend the shrine, battlefield supremacy. The fact that you can lose lose object and put mission points on it, and it's fine with engage on all fronts. I don't think it will be used much. Shadow Operations one is quite good, Sacred Grounds, but again you're got competing with retrieval terrorist data and stuff, so it might not get used. I personally think No Mercy, No Respite will be the one that you'll see, and is probably a decent 12 points supplement to the rest of the thing. Alright, Sacred Rites, you can choose one of the 6, or you can randomly roll 2 dice and have 2 active for your army, which isn't bad, but I think Hand of the Emperor is the one you're going to want. Add 1 to advance and charge rolls, so I don't think you're going to mess about trying to get 2 if that's the one you really want for your army. The others are good. The others there that are like the passion 6s on hits, score 1 additional hit, and divine guidance armor penetration is improved by 1. Those 2 together would be good. The Aegis of the Emperor, not too bad, you wouldn't mind. And Light of the Emperor, ignore all modifiers to leadership characteristic, and each time a combat attrition is taken, you ignore any or all modifiers. Not bad. I won't go too far into the data sheets because I haven't got another book to compare with, and but of the new ones, Morven Val looks pretty cool and will go nicely in the army. I like the Dominions with and the Dog Martyr is not too bad as well. Celestin Sacrosanct, they look useful. Bodyguards to them with Celestine and the Gemini. I think you could trail them out and be a nuisance. Battle Sisters squad, a squad of Trinity would be only wounding on 3 pluses, a hospitality, and getting a -1 to hit on them might make them really strong case for them. Other than that, I'm not going to say much more about the data sheets in there, but as I said, quick recap. Order of Bloody Rose is probably the one that I will still think you'll see quite a lot of. If you're using the secondary in there, Leap of Faith, Sacred Rose and Martyred Lady are strong picks for that. But overall I think this is a strong codex and will probably be putting Dracarian Custodes through their paces quite well at the top of the meta. Thank you for watching. If you've have enjoyed, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button and hit the bell button to stay up to date with all my content. Also feel free to share anything you've enjoyed. Remember, everybody knows the dice are loaded.